Hello and welcome to the World American Football News with the Rod Boys. I am your host, Roger, and alongside me I got Jesse.
Hey guys.
And real quick before we start, Jesse, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling much better, so I should sound good to y'all guys.
Great. So yeah, you should be able to hear him more clearly, and you know what? We're just going to get right into it because I know these videos are long. So let's start off, guys, with the LFA.
And for those, a little quick recap, the LFA does stand for the Liga Fútbol Americano Profesional, and we're going to go over the games that happened this past weekend. Roger, hit us with it.
And this is going to be for April 2nd of 2022. We have the Dinos going up against the Kings, and the Dinos came up on top 34-6. This leaves the Dinos undefeated for the season. We'll get to that in a bit. For April 3rd, 2022, we have the Raptors and Greyhounds. Raptors overtaking this one with a 40-0, giving a goose egg to the Greyhounds. And then finally, we got April 3rd, 2022, is the Roosters and Smelters. And this is the video that we're going to be going on. And the Smelters took that one 10-13.
Yeah, we will be reviewing that video, and there's some. Even though it's low scoring, and there's some high action on there. So let's get to it.
And we are going to be starting off first quarter, just the very beginning of the kickoff, and looks like the Roosters have the ball first.
And a little lateral right there, a little trickery trying to trick the Smelters, but nothing. Gets up to like maybe the 21.
Oh, man. This looks going to be a good game. Got a field goal and a block.
Yeah, it's a blocked field goal, and they're going to go ahead and...
I don't know. I don't really know what that was, but we got another play coming over here. It's the Smelters with a catch and touchdown, taking the first points of the game.
And that is the end of the first, or near the end of the first quarter, so pretty good start off.
Actually, well, it looks like we still got one more play here happening. Great run.
Rooster's gonna go ahead. His little short pass, get near that first down marker right there.
But we're into the second quarter now. Roosters still have the ball. Look like they're gonna try to throw a far one there.
It's 3rd-15, and good pass, but it looks like it wasn't enough to get it.
That was a great hit.
No, they still got the ball though. 5 minutes left of the second quarter. They toss it up.
Touchdown. Touchdown,
nice.
Roosters. Good little dance right there. We're kicking it still with the Smelters, but a sack
from the Roosters. Good sack right there. That was 2nd and 10 into the end of the second quarter. Now we're going to start the third quarter, go into the 4 minutes left of it. We're going to have a punt off, 4th and 18 to the Roosters.
And the Roosters are going to be getting the ball. Hopefully, let's see if they can make something here. Running to the left side.
Not much in there, but hey.
All right, going into the fourth quarter. Hopefully he's all right. We got a field goal coming in.
This is 4th and 12.
This is going not for the win, but for extra points. 6th and 10. We got the Smelters with a touchdown.
Yep. Good catch, good little extension. I don't think he needed it, but good touchdown.
I think this is going to be the last play of the game right here, Jesse.
They're going to go
4th and 10. They got to get something.
Oh, intercepted. They're going to get a loss, so they're going to get a fat L.
Hey, number
Smelters.
11.
He looks like, okay.
Down to the 20, looks like they're 30-yard line, but it didn't matter. Final score is going to be Smelters 13, Roosters 10.
Good win for the Smelters right there. Congratulations, guys. And going into the games coming this week right here, on April the 8th, the Smelters will take on the Greyhounds. And on April 9th, the Mexicans will take on the Roosters. And then on April the 10th, the Raptors will take on the undefeated Dinos.
The Raptors are coming off from a very good game, 40-0, so hopefully they can try to take them down.
I just have a feeling a dinosaur is going to win this game.
Oh, I would agree with you there. All right, so let's get into those rankings. At number 1, we got the Dinos still undefeated, 5-0. Got the Smelters coming in with a 3-1 record. We got the Mexicans with a 2-2. Got the Raptors with also a 2-2. So right now a tie for 3rd place. For 5th, we got the Roosters with 1-2. The Kings 1-3, and all the way in number 7th is the Greyhounds with 0-4. And that's going to be it for the LFA. Let's move on to the FFFA in France. And before we start that, guys, you're going to notice that we don't have as much videos for the highlights in this week. And it just really, there was any videos that I could find. It was just 2 of them. So one was for the LFA. I think the other one's for Italy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to be for Spain. So those are going to be the 2 that you're going to see for this one. But Justin, tell us what's going on in Conference A.
All right, y'all guys know I got Conference A. And so we're going to have the first game played on March the 26th was the Black Panthers taking on the Molosses, where the Black Panthers actually took that one 21-6. Then we had the next game the following day where the Vikings took on the Flash. Flash take that one 45-16. Same day, the Cougars took on the Spartiatis, where the Cougars won 45-7, and that was it for Conference A. On to next week, guys. On the 4th, on the 9th of April, the Flash will take on the Molosses. The Black Panthers will take on the Cougars, and the Spartiatis will take on the Vikings.
No worries, Jesse. Yeah, those dates are a little different to what we're usually seeing. The month usually being on the left instead of the middle. But let's go down. How are the rankings right now?
Here are the rankings right now. Only one undefeated team is at the top spot, and that's the Flash at 5-0. Then you got the Black Panthers on second, being 4-1. Third place, Cougars, 3-2. Fourth place, Spartiatis, 2-3. Molosses, fifth place, 1-4. And down at the end are the Vikings, 0-5, winless.
And now on the Conference B, this is going to be week 5 of their season. I have the Centaurs going up against the Hurricanes, where the Centaurs gave them a goose egg as well, 37-0. There is the Blue Stars going up against the Grizzlies. Great game, if I had to say, 35-28. And then lastly, I had one. It's going to be the Argonauts going up against the Bears. Bears take that one 20-7. And now going on to next week, guys. This is going to be April 9th, April 10th. I got the Centaurs going up against the Grizzlies. I got the Hurricanes going up against the Blue Stars. That's going to be the one-side event right there. All highest person playing against the all lowest person. And the Bears are going up against the Argonauts, and it's going to be for April 10th. And with that, guys, let's move on to their standings. And with that, guys, let's go on to the standings. Like I said, we have the Blue Stars 5-0 right now. We have a tie for second with the Grizzlies, Argonauts, and Bears all coming up with 3-2. And then finally in for fifth place is the Centaurs, 1-4. And then finally we have the Hurricanes at 0-5. Hurricanes really need a pull win off their hiney. Had some really good games all around. Let's move into the IFL now, guys. This is going to be the Italian Football League in Italy. Jesse, please tell us what's been going on.
All right, guys. Week 5 of Italy's league, we only had 2 games, and that was played on the 2nd and the 3rd of April. On the 2nd of April, we had the Guelphi taking on the Dolphins, where the Guelphi won 36-21. And then we also had the Panthers taking on the Vipers, where the Vipers won. It was a very close game, 21-24. But, guys, the good news is this coming week, we have a whole lot more games. So on April the 9th, the Vipers would take on the Warriors. The Rhinos would take on the Seamen. And then on April the 10th, the Panthers take on the Ducks. And the Dolphins would take on the Mastini.
And you know, guys, I'm going for the Ducks, so I'm hoping I can pull that game out to watch in highlights. Unfortunately, I did find some for week 5, but their streaming service, you do have to pay. The previous ones, I don't know how I've been getting them, but unfortunately, I couldn't get this one. So y'all don't really have we don't really have a video to show you at the moment. But yeah, guys, week 6, 4 games coming in. Hopefully I can get one of them at least. And now onwards, guys, to the standings right now. We got the Seamen at 2-0. We got the Guelphi at 3-1 for second. The good old Ducks coming back with a 2-1. Dolphins and Panthers both tied for 4th place, 2-2. We got a tie for 6th place, Vipers and Mastinis at 1-1. And here for 8th place, we got the Warriors 1-3. And lastly, the Rhinos, I'm sorry about that, at a 0-3. Rhinos really need to get a win. Do they play? I don't remember exactly though. Ah, yes, they do. They play against the Seamen. Ah, well, Rhinos, underdog team. You can get this.
All right, guys, next to the league in Ireland, and this one's going to be short and sweet because they only had one game played on April the 3rd. Panthers took on the Trojans, and the Panthers beat them bad, 42-13.
And that was the first game the Panthers ever played, so they really came in with a strong one.
It's a good season opener for them.
It is, which is also good as they play next week, and this is going to be all the games for next week, April 10, 2022. You got the Cowboys going up against the UCD. I believe these both teams are undefeated right now. I'm not certain, but we'll look at that right now. Next game coming up is the Knights and Panthers. And then finally on April 10th as well is going to be the Rhinos and the Rebels. We got a lot of games here. Some of them obviously played more than others. There's not a lot of games right now, but 3 games for April 10th. I feel like it's going to be a good one.
And for the standings of the season, the UCD and the Cowboys tied for first place should have a clear-cut winner next week after they play. Third place and fourth place also tied between the Panthers and the Rebels. Fifth place are the Admirals, along with 6th place Rhinos, and they're actually going to be tied for 5th and 6th place there. So 7th place and the 8th place are tied as well with the Trojans, the Knights. So a lot of teams that haven't won and a lot of teams that have just won and not lost at all.
And there's a lot of teams that are technically tied right now, either for a different position in placement, like 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. So with these 3 games coming up, I think we're going to see some actual definitive positions.
Yeah.
And now moving away from the AFI, the American Football in Ireland, we're going into the AFI, the American Football League in Israel, also known as the Israeli Football League. And Jesse really loves this league, don't you, Jesse?
Yeah, it is the hardest league for us to find any information on, but we do enjoy it, and I think I have some good ones here for y'all this week. The Troopers took on the, excuse me here, I'm trying to get this, Pioneers, where the Pioneers won 28-14. And the Rebels took on the Dogs, where the Dogs won 31-14 as well. So the losers put up 14 points, not bad, but not going to cut it.
And there was one more game, guys, but it was rejected. I'm assuming it had to do with the Rebels. I don't know exactly who they're playing, but that game did either got like disqualified or they didn't play it. This was for April 1st. So there was one game that did get canceled. And with that, guys, we're going to talk about next week. And I do know that we have 3 games. Unfortunately, on their schedule, it's really hard to see exactly who plays who. So we're just going to stick with, we have 3 games. It's going to be on April 7th, 2 games, and April 8th, we got 1 game. So be on the lookout for those. And Jesse, you got the standings, correct?
Right. We do have the standings for week 9. The first place are going to be the Hammers, undefeated, 6-0. Second place, Pioneers, 4-1. Rebels have more games, the same amount of wins, but they're 4-3. The Lions are 2-2, but they are the team that are missing a game. They're going to go ahead and make that up for that. The Dogs are 5th place at 3-3. The Silverbacks and the Troopers are both winless. Silverbacks 6th place, 0-4. The Troopers 0-6. And we will have the winners for next week when we analyze those games next video.
Alrighty, well, with that, we're just going to keep on moving. We're going to go to the FIFA. This is going to be for Spain. It's going to be Series A. I still really haven't looked in if Series A and Series B are connected. I'll find that out very soon because they're going to be going into their playoffs. But with that, guys, I think we're in week 9. Let me just pull it up real quick. My mistake, guys. Last week was week 8. We're going into week 9. Jesse, do you want to tell us what went down on week 8?
Yeah, on week 8, we had 4 games that were played. The Osos took on the Potros, 34-6 Osos win. The Pioneers took on the Rookies, where the Rookies won 30-7. Then the Black Demons take on the Mariners, where the Black Demons won 49-14. And at the end of that, we had the Hurricanes taking on the Dracs, where the Dracs win 42-28.
And onwards, guys, to week 9. This is going to be, have 4 games here. 2 of them is going to come April 9th, and the other 2 are going to be April 10th. For April 9th, it is going to be the Cobras going up against the Bears. I'm going to have the Colts going up against the Mariners. And for April 10th, it's going to be the Dracs going up against the Rookies. And the Votors going up against the Pioneers.
And for the rankings, guys, we have the East and the West group. So let me go ahead and do the East group. At 6-1, we have the Dracs, first place. 5-1, we have the Rookies, second place. And then for 3rd, 4th, and 5th is a 3-way tie between all of them, all at 2-5. The Voltors, the Hurricanes, and the Pioneers. The West group is going to consist of these 5 teams. In first place, undefeated, the Bears. Second place, the Black Demons at 4-3. Then we have a tie between 3rd and 4th, both at 2-4. The Cobras and the Mariners. And then in last place with only a single win, we have the Colts, 1-5.
I'm very interested to see how this one plays out. We're in week 9, almost done with week 10, and then we go into the playoffs. And for the playoffs, guys, we're just going to make a video consisting the playoffs when the FEFA starts. You won't see anybody else. It'll just be that playoff team. Give you the footage, information on who they play, and hopefully I can find the videos for you. I'm going to try to get you that as soon as they play and as soon as they drop that footage. So be on the lookout for that in maybe a few weeks from now. Alrighty, well, let's move on to our last league for today. Is going to be the AFL, the Austria Football League. And guys, before we get into this, if y'all know a league that's in season right now that we didn't say, please let us know. We would greatly appreciate it. But let's go right into this. And if y'all don't remember, guys, last week we did find out that the AFL has just started their season. They only had 1 game this week. Was supposed to be a total of 5 games. One of them got postponed. But Jesse, how about you go break it down? What happened last week?
Alright, guys, so we had on the April the 2nd, the Knights take on the Vikings, where the Vikings won 43-14. Same day, the Patriots took on the Raiders, where the Patriots won 44 to the Raiders 42, so a super close game there. And then, as Roger said, we did have a game postponed. It was postponed, supposed to be played on April the 3rd. The Ducks took on the Giants. That will be postponed. We will give you the information when that comes to us about when they play next. And then we had the Steel Sharks taking on the Dragons, where the Dragons won, edged out barely 16-10. And then we had the Black Panthers and the Rangers taking on each other, where the Black Panthers destroyed the Rangers 48-14.
And with that postponed, guys, I don't really know where they're going to play, because as of right now, you'll find out that the Ducks play on the 10th and the Giants play on the 9th. So that might get postponed from a while from now. But let me go into next week. This is going to be for April 9th, April 10th. For April 9th, I got 4 games being played this day. It's going to be the Dragons going up against the Knights. I got the Giants going up against the Steel Sharks. I got the Rangers going against the Patriots. The Raiders going up against the Vikings. And on April 10th, I got the Ducks playing the Black Panthers.
And you know we're going to come with you with the rankings. Even though we have not had a lot of teams play, we're still going to give them to you. And on rank 1, we have the Black Panthers with 1-0. And then we have, now I'm reading this correctly, I don't know how they figured this out, but it looks like we have a tie for 2nd place between 8 other teams, even though they have different records. The Vikings, Dragons, Patriots, Giants, Raiders, Steel Sharks, Ducks, and Knights are all tied. Different records, so we'll have that posted up for you. And then in last place, 10th place, even though they have the same record as everyone else, they're still 10th, the Rangers.
Jesse, I think I have an answer for that. I think it's because of last week we only had 2 games played. So it was the top team against the lowest team, you know, because they only one person won, one person lost. I don't think they probably switched the ranking. If I had to guess, I think that was the reason. But yeah, as Jesse said, yeah, the rankings on there is a little different. It is possible that they just haven't updated it. I'm going to assume that, but if not, we'll definitely find out the reason why that is. But yeah, there's the rankings, guys. Just like all the other leagues, guys, we chose our favorite team. And so, Jesse, I mean, majority of these teams played. You see them win, you see them lose. We have a little bit of information now. What team are you going to go for?
I have to go for the Black Panthers. And I know it seems like a cop-out, but I like very high offensive teams. And they're in first place, so I got to choose them.
Funny you say that. I'm actually going to choose the Vikings. They just played last week, and with their score being a 14-43, looks like they're also a high scoring offense, maybe even a really good scoring defense. But I'm going to go with the Vikings. And if y'all don't know me, guys, for the NFL, I'm a Green Bay fan, and so that means I dislike Vikings. But here for the AFL, we're going to be going for you Vikings, so please don't mess that up. And guys, with that, those are all the leagues that we have as of right now that we know that are in season 7 for you here. All of them playing, all of them doing their job, all of them winning, and some of them losing. But if y'all know any leagues right now from a different country around the world that are in season, please let us know. We can definitely give you the inside and all the rankings. Maybe you know something that some other person doesn't. Definitely love to help them out. Jesse, before we go, do you have anything to say?
No, guys. Just thank y'all for y'all's continued support, and we're gonna try to make our videos better and make it more entertaining for y'all too. Also, and thank you for sticking with us.
And with that, guys, I am Roger.
And I am Jesse, and we're saying bye.